叫做一场没有终点的梦，又能怎样？硝烟从未散场，又怎样？纵然百孔千疮，只能够战胜残酷，只能去圈住迷途，他要走的每一步，不犹豫，不彷徨，这夜的星光长什么模样？用善良捍卫原则立场。多滚烫，燃烧着理想，冷调与锋芒。别沮丧，那些希望、梦想，都终将绽放，终将绽放。
You called?
Sit down.
Sure. What is it?
I really don't know if I should tell you this.
I get it.
Wait. What is it that you get?
It's just that you were going to tell me something, but after you saw me, you must have changed your mind. But I change my mind all the time. That's completely normal. It's totally understandable.
You're misinterpreting me.
Well then, how am I supposed to interpret it?
I don't want to get you into trouble.
Thank you.
Hey. All right, fine. I'll tell you then.
You're not afraid to get me in trouble?
It's about Feng Yin Hasai.
Madam, come and take a look. Sunyan gold medal dumplings.
Those are shrimp dumplings?
Yes, there's a whole shrimp in each dumpling. They're on sale right now. Buy two, get one free.
Oh, I'll take two then.
Okay, great. Here. Take care now. You're Miss Chang, right? Oh, hi, how are you? My name's Dai Xi. Here's my business card. Here, let me give you a hand.
This says you're a paralegal. So what does a paralegal do?
They help lawyers gather information and such.
Oh, so what is it that you want to know?
We would like to ask if you know anything about Mr. Liu Jin.
Well, sure, that's no problem. I know a whole lot about that man. But then, how much are you going to pay me if I talk?
Huh?
Well, think about it. If I give you any information on what you need to know about him, do you think I'll still be able to work for Mr. Liu after that?
Oh, okay, I get it. We can always find another job for you then.
Oh, you are so naive.
It's after work hours.
I'm sorry. You can't just go yet.
That's not for you to decide.
Feng Yin may be in trouble.
What kind of trouble?
You don't know?
What is it?
He,
What about him? If you haven't decided yet whether to tell me or not, maybe you should think about it first and then you can get back to me.
No, it's about last night. He made a very serious mistake.
What kind of mistake?
It has something to do with a woman.
How do you know that?
A woman complained about him.
Who did she complain to?
Gu Jie.
Gu Jie?
Gu Jie is in a very tight spot right now. Hey! You can't go to see her
And why is
now.
it that I can't talk to her?
Because she told me to keep it a secret.
She told you so you could go and tell everyone else about it.
How's that possible? She made me swear not to tell anyone else.
That's her escape clause for any rumor mongering.
Hey, you still can't see her, huh? Because if you do, you'd be throwing me under the bus. She will never trust me again.
Remember, she doesn't trust you to start with.
You should go and talk to Feng Yin. Convince him to resign.
What was that?
This is the only way to save everyone from the embarrassment and keep our reputation.
Did she ask you to tell me this idea?
No. The woman went to her and told Gujie what happened. This is the best solution that Gujie could come up with. Gujie told her not to make things public. She'll give her some money for settlement and then ask Feng Yin to resign. Gujie asked for my honest opinion. I agreed that this is the best way out of this problem. Listen, if that woman persists, we all know our reputation, and Feng Yin's will be ruined.
And as
Lupin.
we all know, Feng Yin is a very decent person. It's not possible.
And I say anything is possible. We all have our weaknesses. Decent people can still make mistakes, huh? And maybe he lost his head for a moment.
Tell me where to find this woman. I'm gonna go and have a talk with her.
Gujie refused to tell me.
She refused. Then there has to be a small problem.
No, it totally makes sense. She's trying to protect the woman's privacy, right? It's not something you announce to everyone.
I don't believe it. I don't believe Gojia. I don't believe a single word that comes out of her mouth.
You can't believe Feng Yin completely. This story couldn't have come out of nowhere. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, wait, calm down. Where are you going? Luo Bin!
The number you dialed is out of reach. Sorry, the number you dialed is...
Call me when you... Hello?
Hi, Mr. Luo. Will you be coming back today?
Is there something urgent?
Here's the thing. I just had a talk with Liu Jin's housekeeper. She said she's willing to testify, but she has one condition. She wants some money as compensation.
No way. We can't offer her money. That's the definition of tampering with a witness. Go and think of something else.
But she's going to lose her job if she testifies for us. And we can't give her compensation. Of course she's going to have concerns, and that makes her unwilling to testify. Hello?
Call me when you turn on your phone. We need to talk.
So you told Luo Bin?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't.
I don't blame you.
Thank you. How's the woman doing?
She's doing fine for now, but she asked Feng Yin to pay for what he did.
Her request is reasonable. I can understand that. But he's only human and humans make mistakes. Can't you just let it go if Feng Yin apologizes?
Let's pretend that the victim here was your sister, insulted by someone else, and the perp says to you, I'm only human, I make mistakes. I sincerely apologize, so let bygones be bygones. Would you be willing to accept those terms?
But why would Feng Yin commit such a serious mistake?
We should take responsibility for our mistakes.
Luo Bin doesn't believe it.
That's not it at all. He doesn't want to believe it because he knows if Feng Yin is punished, Luo Bin's happy days are all over.
What if Feng Yin doesn't admit it?
Then I will have to immediately call a meeting among the senior partners. I'll present the issue and I'll have to let everyone know about it. Feng Yin has to give us a full explanation for what happened that night. Oh, and by the way, I have very special privileges at Chunjing. But I've never had to use that power before now. As a co-founder of the firm, Feng Yin and I have an agreement. He's the acting director, and I can promote anyone I want to senior partner without having to get anyone's consent. This special privilege can only be used once, so I've been prudent about it.
Do you mean you're actually going to exercise your special privilege now?
Yes. That is my plan. And you? I think you should have been promoted to senior partner long before now. You're very capable at your job. You do charity, and have lots of experience in managerial skills. Your reputation in managing the paralegals and the interns is known to everyone. I've never used this privilege before now because I really think that you can get the promotion by following the law firm's normal procedures. But I was very surprised when Feng Yin denied your application.
But what if Feng Yin tries to deny the promotion this time again?
1, we don't need his permission. And 2, pretty soon he's not going to be the managing partner of Chunjing Law Firm. At the next senior partners meeting that we're having, aside from announcing your promotion to a senior partner level, there's one more issue. And that is to present to the partners a proposal to have a revote of a brand new managing partner.
Are you trying to say that you want me to vote for you?
Well, gratitude is a great virtue. Hey, but you know, I'm not asking for you to return the favor at all. I hope you don't get me wrong.
I understand. This is for the good of Chunjing Law Firm.
Hey, what a coincidence. Not at all. I came here to see you. Tell me, what's going on with you? If I tell you, you have to keep it a secret for me. Tell me. They found something wrong in my last checkup. The doctor said to get checked again. What was wrong with it? Did you get checked again? Yes, I did. Waiting for the results. Ha! Maybe I'm worried about nothing. A false alarm. You never turn off your mobile phone. I went to bed early last night. The battery died. Is it urgent? If there's a problem, you can come to my house. Let's go. Gujia said a woman complained about you. Did she handle it?
Hello, Mr. Ha.
Morning!
Hello, Mr. Ha.
Morning! Morning!
Is something wrong with you?
What makes you say that? Don't you deserve to be greeted good morning?
Of course I deserve it. It's just that you don't usually say good morning to anybody, including me.
Well, from now on, I can say good morning to you every day if you like. And not just you. I'll say good morning to everybody. Dai Xi, morning!
Morning, Mr. Ha.
Be a happy person. Chop wood, feed the horses, travel the world.
Get to work. I'm busy.
Do you like it?
That's nice.
I got it as a reward for myself.
For what exactly?
It's for the most important moment of my life.
Oh my god!
What is it?
There's something wrong.
And how do you know that?
The two of them came to work together.
Hey, Mr. Ha. Is everything all right?
Do you notice anything new?
Yes, I do.
Good or bad news?
It's good news.
I have to tell you something.
Is it the end of the world?
Hisaya's going to be a senior partner.
Who told you that? And why didn't I know?
He's wearing an expensive new watch. He said it's a reward for himself.
Maybe he gave himself the reward because he lost a little weight.
That's not it. He's celebrating that because he's becoming a senior partner. He bought that watch the last time he thought he was going to be promoted to senior partner. But he failed, so he never had the chance to ever wear it.
Honestly, I didn't do anything. I don't even know who that woman is. I don't have her number, I've never even laid eyes on her before or after we went there that night. There were only the three of us there.
That's right. You were still there when I left.
I'm suspecting that. There must have been something in my drink that night and I was drugged. I drank and fell asleep. I promise I didn't do anything.
How can you be so sure that you didn't do anything if you can't remember what happened?
All right, and I say if I really did sexually harass her, she could always sue me, right? She could have gone to the police to complain. Instead, she told her grievance to you, and then asked for money. What is that? That's blackmail.
If she was the one who asked for the money, then it's blackmail. But the truth is, I offered to give her the money so we could settle this. To protect you and the firm.
Oh, no. I disagree with that.
Fine. You go to the police. You tell them that some woman whose name you don't even know had somehow drugged you. Go and see if the police will buy your story.
What do you want to do? Let me hear your advice.
I figured out a reasonable solution. It will be good for all of us. Your medical checkup results show that you're not well.
And how do you know that?
The doctor you went to consult with is someone that I also know. So, you can use your checkup results as an excuse to resign due to medical health reasons.
Even if I leave and resign as the managing partner due to poor medical health reasons, I'm going to leave this position to anybody else except for you.
Do you mean Luo Bing?
If you really want the position as the firm's managing partner, then I agree. I agree that you leave and start your own firm. You can take whoever you like with you, as long as they want to go with you.
Well, I'm not going anywhere.
Hi, Mr. Feng.
Hello, Mr. Feng.
Hello. You're giving a heads up to the enemy. I am not going to resort to underhanded tactics. Did you reach an agreement? No. That's because she thinks she has an advantage to win this. To win this? How can she be so sure that she'll get what she wants? She has Husai on her side. She promised to promote him to senior partner. She's disgraceful. At the next scheduled senior partners meeting, she's going to demand for a revote for a new managing partner for the law firm. She's going to claim that you're no longer fit to lead us because of the scandal. She won't get her way. Maybe the firm should give out bonuses. I'm not going to bribe anybody with money. It's not the time to act like a noble saint. If I bribe Hesai by offering him a bigger bonus, what about Zhao Shu? Or Wen Xiao and Wang Qi? If I do that, I'll only end up losing them. Well, then maybe you could emulate Guo Jia. And maybe you could read through the rules and regulations of the company. I did that. It said in the regulations that there's one condition to be met to become a senior partner of the firm, and that's to get the consent of the law firm's original partners. The founding partners are an exception. They are given only one opportunity to use a special privilege to promote a new senior partner without anyone's consent. Well, in that case, I don't need Gujia's approval to become a senior partner, do I? I waived that privilege long ago. That's why you went to her with a threat. It's not a threat, just a reminder that she might have made a fatal mistake which could get her fired from the firm. So maybe it's better to call it as an eye for an eye. But I didn't do anything wrong at all here. She can't threaten me. She said that a certain woman complained about me, but up till now, I still don't know what that woman's name is. She's claiming that she's only protecting the victim's privacy. I'm the real victim in this situation. But what if Gujia actually calls for a revote for a new managing partner? No one will support her. You think so? Why did she all of a sudden offer to promote Hesai? She's trying to get votes. I am not going to do anything against my will just to get support. I'm guessing that most of our colleagues know about this by now. And Gujie is spreading that rumor around. Anyone in the firm may come to believe it. Your name will be ruined. What do you mean they might come to believe the rumors? If a strange woman came to me to complain about you, and I just blindly believed every word she said about you, would you accept that? Talk to Hosai. He won't listen. Yes, he will. He will.
That's why I got a gift for myself. Look. It's a brand new watch. Hey! Get out, I'm talking to someone.
Who are you talking to? Hi, Miss He. Hello, I'm Luo Bing.
Oh. Hi, Luo Bing. Nice to see you. Hey, I've heard a lot about you from Hosai.
Oh, really? What did he say?
He said that the two of you are good friends and hang out all the time.
That was really rude of you. Your sister wasn't finished yet.
What do you want?
Wow. That is a very nice watch.
What did you want to talk about?
Want to have dinner tonight?
You need a favor from me?
It's to celebrate your promotion to senior partner. What's wrong? Don't be shy. You're supposed to share good news like this to everyone.
But it hasn't been announced just yet.
But everybody already knows about it.
How's that possible?
Because you're glowing with happiness.
Did you ask Lina?
Forget about it.
Hey! It's okay if Lina won't come.
Okay. I'll tell you the restaurant later.
Tell me, what happened?
Nothing, I hired someone else.
Why would you do that?
Why wouldn't I do that? I haven't even seen Mr. Luo Bing yet.
Listen to me.
I don't care what it is.
Please let me explain. The paralegals usually do the
I don't
initial
accept that.
work. All right, I'll call Mr. Luo Bing right now and I'll tell him
that's
to...
not necessary.
Miss Meow, look,
Listen, it's not your fault. You know, I just don't want to make it difficult for you.
Then why did you hire another lawyer? I've been searching high and low for evidence on your case.
Yes, I know that. I also know that you managed to find Liu Jun's housekeeper, but when she asked for something as compensation to be a witness, you turned her down.
About that issue, please let me explain a little on it.
This law firm I've been looking into said they can pull some strings.
No, don't believe that. They're just saying that to convince you to hire them. Listen, lawsuits are won based on how strong the evidence is.
It's not... Wait, don't you know what's been going on down at your own law firm?
What's going on?
So you don't know what Luo Bing's been keeping busy with?
I've been out all day working on your case. I don't know what you're talking about.
The director of your law firm, Feng Yin, is said to have, let's say, taken advantage of a woman using his title as a public interest lawyer. I guess Luo Bing is dealing with this problem right now.
It's nice. You picked a nice restaurant. Are you a regular?
I've been here before.
With Lina, you mean? It's fine if you don't want to answer.
I don't mind the question.
Then who were you with?
Why would you be so interested in that issue?
To my knowledge, this is the first time you've invited me to dinner. And just the two of us, in such a wonderful environment.
You're doubting my intentions with you. You're curious to know why, but embarrassed to ask me directly. So instead you asked me who I came here with.
I only want to speculate on your motives for inviting me out to dinner.
And what if I told you that I've been here with Lina before?
Really? Just you two? But why?
Can we talk about that a little while later?
All right. But when is that going to be?
When I feel more comfortable talking to you.
Then what makes you think that you can't talk to me right now?
Because I don't talk about personal things with my coworkers. It can be turned into fodder for office gossip.
So that means you invited me out to dinner to talk about a business issue, but if that's the case, then why not stay at the office? Let me take a guess. You want to talk about Feng Yin, don't you?
Hasai. You and I have known him for a very long time. We both know what he's like, what kind of a man he is.
There are a lot of murderers who seem like nice people to their friends and families before they're convicted and thrown in prison. There are no labels on the forehead of an evil person. Answer your phone. You want me to do it? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Hasai, I invited you out to dinner because I wanted to talk to you. But I'm beginning to think you don't trust me.
And why should I trust you? Have you done anything to make me trust you? Just because you invited me to have a meal with you and let me order whatever I wanted? You're only trying to use me.
No, I'm not using you. I just wanted you to know. Feng Yin suddenly getting a complaint, it's very odd. And before the situation is cleared up, you forced him out, tried to make him resign. I don't think it's right.
So that's the purpose of this dinner? To convince me to stand by your side in Feng Yin's, right?
You don't have to choose to be on our side. But at the very least, you shouldn't be on Gujia's side.
Oh, right then. I can choose to support you in Feng Yin, but you have to convince me. Tell me, why shouldn't I believe in Gujie? Why should I believe and trust you, huh? Come on, convince me.
Well, at least we're a lot more honest than Gujia.
You mean you're honest and looking down on me?
No.
Oh, you don't?
Never.
Really? Let me ask you then. Are the lyrics my most precious possession or your most precious possession? Do you remember? The words to "If I Were You" is my precious possession and not your most precious possession.
I was just trying to joke around with you.
So now you're saying you were joking around with me. Then why don't you ever joke around like that with Feng Yin? Why am I the butt of your jokes?
Can you keep your voice down? We're in a nice restaurant. Okay. I won't do it anymore. I'll stop if you don't like it. I also offer my apologies for all the jokes I've ever done that have offended you. I'm very sorry.
You're acting so humble right now.
Am I?
You've just succeeded to convince me that Gujie really has something over Feng Yin's head. And that's why you're here asking me to be on your side.
I'll be in the office soon. Miaojin said she hired another lawyer because she heard there were problems in our firm. She said Feng Yin abused the woman and you're covering for him.
Yes, that's exactly what's been going on, which means he can't talk to you right now. Bye-bye. Do you want me to call your assistant back? I know your password. I've seen you type it before, so I memorized it. That's how. You should change your passwords sometimes. I change my passwords all the time, all of them.
A great habit.
Look, I'd like to believe Feng Yin. But still, huh? Before things are cleared up, I really think he should give up his position and resign from the firm.
No way. We can't force him to resign as the director just because of a complaint. It's not very fair to him.
Yes, it's very fair. If there's a certain complaint filed against him, and he's still acting all innocent and goes on as if nothing has happened, continues to be director, continues to manage the firm, how's that fair to the complainant? How is that being fair to the young woman?
Don't you have any doubts? Since we don't know who she is, we haven't even seen her. We don't know her name and we're just supposed to believe her? I don't think that's right. Even if we believe her, based on the presumption of innocence, we should assume Feng Yin is not guilty of this until it's proven otherwise.
Okay, fine. Let's stop arguing about it, okay? And we can just wait for the vote to come out. Huh? There will be an emergency partners meeting at the firm. Gu Jie is going to lay everything out on the table. Because this issue affects the reputation of the law firm, the partners each get a vote. And they decide whether to keep Feng Yin or not.
They can't do that until we find out the truth.
Let me finish.
All right.
So where was I?
You mentioned the vote and I disagreed.
I wanted to see if you were really listening to me. Go on.
Okay, let me tell you something. Today, here and now, I've been listening to you very carefully. I've heard every word and punctuation mark you've said clearly, and you used a lot of exclamation marks today. But in my opinion, our first priority shouldn't be the vote. That doesn't matter. We have to get to the bottom of this awful situation, and before we figure out the truth, we should place our trust in our colleague. A man who's been working with us every day, our boss and our leader. We have to put a little of our faith in him.
Are you done? Is it my turn? Most of the time, only the people involved in something know what really happened to them. In other words, Feng Yin is only one of the two people who know the absolute truth of this story. If he doesn't want people to know what he did and what really happened, he should go when it's safe, his name is still intact. He can still go home with dignity. Don't worry, Gu Jie will try to retain his dignity. That way, we don't need to vote. Huh? We will never know what Feng Yin really did do that night.
Impossible. I made him swear to me that he has never done anything that's contrary to public order and good morality.
All right. Well, we're about to see how many people believe his side of the story.
Gu Jie is using it to humiliate him in public.
Then he should stand up for himself and prove his innocence.
If somebody accuses you of abusing a young woman, how do you go about proving yourself to be innocent?
Every day I go home, and I go to bed, and I always wake up alone. There's surveillance video in my neighborhood. If a woman claims that I raped her, she must say exactly the time and the place where it happened. However, I can say exactly where I was and say who I was with at any given moment that she might say I was raping her. I never spend time alone with any woman. I have my rules on that. Why are you looking at me like that?
I admire you.
No. That's not admiration. Maybe you're showing just a little admiration, but you're actually thinking, I'm crazy, right?
No. But now I'm curious. Have you ever been in an actual relationship with a woman or just dated anyone? Because you just said you have never spent any time alone with a woman before.
Listen, I'm a very respectable man. Whenever I'm with a woman, I always choose to meet them in public places. I always make sure we part ways before 9 p.m. And if it goes beyond that time, I will bring another person along with me. I have to make sure I keep out of trouble.
You see women as being trouble.
Some of these women are more than just trouble. Some of them are cruel monsters.
So tell me, what if a man met such a monster? Should we sympathize with him or sit back and watch the show?
Why would a cruel monster target Feng Yin and not one of us?
And that is the typical victim-blaming mentality. Just like in kidnapping. You don't blame the human traffickers, you blame the parents who lost their children. Why didn't they take better care of their children, right?
Exactly. They're both responsible for what happened.
That is
I think.
absurd.
Then disprove my theory. Disprove it. We'll do it. This is the first time I've seen you speechless.
Franklin once said that arguing is a very bad habit to cultivate. It creates bitter hatred and even enemies.
No. That's not exactly what he said. If you're very competitive, like to argue with people. You get your amusement by refuting others. Maybe you can win some arguments sometimes, but getting such a win is meaningless and worthless because other people will never have a good impression of you. I'm right, aren't I? Why are you smiling like that?
It's really so difficult to please you.
Are you trying to please me? Why would you do that?
No. When I said that it's really so difficult to please you, I'm not trying to please you, nor do I want to please you at all. I feel sorry for you. Why you don't have any friends?
Neither do you.
Because I have certain standards people have to meet before they become friends. Quality before quantity.
Well, same here. I prefer quality.
All right. Then everything is all up to you. I just can't believe it. For Hussai to hold such a grudge against me? He didn't listen to a word I said to him. If he wasn't willing to listen to you, then he wouldn't have accepted to have dinner with you. Then you're trying to tell me that I messed up? Luo Bing, the biggest character flaw that you have is that you don't seem to realize where or even when you've offended someone. My talent makes others turn into green-eyed monsters. You see? You think of Hussai as a monster. What else is he supposed to be? He's just like you. A very talented person. I think you should go and talk to him yourself. He cares a lot more about your approval. What should I say to him? Am I supposed to explain to him the reasons why I decided to choose you over him to be a senior partner in the law firm? Oh, that's easy. How so? Tell him I don't get along with people, so I would need your total support to become a senior partner. But then he's different. He's popular. So even without your support, Gujie would help him out. How about this? You can recommend him to be Lawyer of the Year. There's only one recommendation for that this year. I know. Do you really want to give it to him? As long as it pacifies him. There is one more thing. I know exactly what you're going to say. Luo Bing, tell me if you don't trust me anymore. I do trust you. But the thing is, even people who have nothing to do with it have come up to ask me, what's going on with you? What do you want me to do? Write an article online telling people, hey guys, listen up. The complaint that's been filed against me is not real. It's just a misunderstanding. Doesn't this seem weird to you? Huh? Why don't you go to the police? And say what? That you're being blackmailed. And who's blackmailing me? Gujie's blackmailing me? No, absolutely not. She didn't do anything of the sort. She just said that she received a complaint from a young woman and investigated it. There's nothing wrong with her doing that. Try to remember what happened. I told you once and I'll tell you again. I got drunk and I can't remember what happened. I didn't even know where I was when I woke up that morning. Then why didn't you call the police? And say what? Oh, was I supposed to report to the police? Officer, I went to a friend. We went to another friend's place. I got drunk and passed out. When I woke up that morning, there was nobody there at all. Does that make any sense? So you didn't do anything else there? You just took your belongings and then left. You still don't believe me. I do. But do you think other people will believe you? I just don't get it. Weren't you a little confused? What were you doing waking up in someone else's bed and in someone else's house? I admit that I panicked a little, and I felt a little strange when I woke up. So I called Gujie to tell her about it. What did she say? She was talking vaguely. Later she told me she got a sexual harassment complaint from that woman. But I really don't remember what I did. But I'm very sure that I didn't do anything. Have you ever gone back to that house again? No. Why not? I don't remember the apartment number. Gujie took you there. You can ask her. She won't tell me. She said that she was only protecting the woman who complained from being threatened or intimidated. Do you remember what the young woman looks like? Why do you sound like you're interrogating a prisoner? I am trying to help you figure out what happened that night. Let me say it to you one more time. I don't think I did anything there that was immoral.
Feng Yin won't admit it. He will never confess. I would do the same if I were him. But what if that poor girl has evidence? You're such an idiot. It's called a confession if he admits it. And we all know that the judge will go easy on him. Now, if he doesn't confess and the girl has legitimate proof, we can still question its reliability. I'm telling you, Mr. Feng has a chance to win.
I don't think she has any kind of evidence.
Right. If she had proof, I'm sure she would have gone to the police. I would do the same if I were her. Legal fact and the truth are two different things. What if Feng Yin puts the blame on the victim? What if he sues her for blackmailing him? Hey, Dai Xi, if you were in her shoes, would you go to the police?
Do you have a minute right now?
You used to always get straight to the point and never ask me whether or not I had some free time.
As the saying goes, a man's temper must be equal to his own capabilities.
There's another that goes, a person's integrity should be equal to his status and his treatment.
Actually, even without Gujia, you can still become a senior partner.
一想到你呀，白天和黑夜都没留意，因为有了你，因为有了你，一切都有了意义。在疼痛的肩，也有被依靠的力气，在疲倦的心，一想到你，也就会幸福洋溢。因为有了你，一切都有了意义。在疼痛的肩，也有被依靠的力气，在疲倦的心。